where we are going to be talking a little bit about the Riyadh International Center for Conferences and Exhibitions, a venue which is very much known here in the city of Riyadh, and at the same time we're going to find out more about it through our guest joining us here in the studio, where we are very happy to be joining Mr. Fahad Al-Adl, who is the External Relations and Marketing Advisor at the Riyadh International Convention and Exhibition Center. Assalamu alaikum and good morning, Mr. Fahad.
Good morning.
We hope that Saturday is really a pleasant day for you, so the whole week is going to be nice.
It is, thank you.
So now, Mr. Fahad, talking about the Riyadh International Center for Conferences and Exhibitions, tell us a little bit more about it, especially for our viewers who have perhaps not been there yet or who are not really very familiar with it yet.
Sure. Riyadh International Convention and Exhibition Center, we'd like to call RICEC, is a world-class exhibition and convention facility. It's built according to the latest state-of-the-art global and international standards, owned and operated by the Riyadh Chamber of Commerce and Industry. It is spread across 189,000 square meters with easy access, making RICEC the ideal and perfect venue for all types of trade shows, conventions, and conferences. Now, due to the proximity of all the governmental ministries, RICEC has the unique of being the largest attendance by the institutional buyers to its events in the whole Middle East.
Right, and with this, we are going to be asking you a little bit more about the role of the Riyadh International Center in the conferences, as well as in the industry in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, because it is not only a venue, but it actually bridges people together.
Yes. Well, I would like to say, first of all, we provide support for the industry, boosting the level of efficiency and performance to the all industry task workforce. We also built strategic relationships with organizers, both local and international. We also coordinate and integrate with various governmental sectors towards the industry, towards the end aim of the industry's growth. And also we do have a certain role in terms of knowledge sharing and information sharing through ideas that will help and benefit the industry itself.
Indeed. Now, Mr. Fahad, how important it is, in your opinion, being associated with this facility, as to how important it is for us to be having a proper conduct and a proper code to be followed in this particular venue, especially when it comes to, as Nihat mentioned, that you're bridging actually so many of the industries all together. Now, how important do you think it is for us to be having the proper role performed by this body, as well as how it is that you see it when it comes to contributing towards even the national economy?
Well, we do look always for more attractive and encouraging legislation that will help find a local economy that will be able to compete locally and globally, whereas we aim to host global shows that will in turn identify business opportunities and also provide employment opportunities, which will in fact help in the growth of the national economy.
Right. Now with this, we would like to move on towards the very roots of the center, where we would like for you to be embarking a little bit more about the very objective which has been achieved by the Riyadh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, being the founder of this very center. Do you think that their dream has been fulfilled by the very idea?
Well, yes, and that could be manifested through, number one, the number of licenses that have been issued by the Ministry of Trade, and number two, we have hosted over 90 events up so far, And we're all looking forward to our new addition, which is a hotel inside RISEC that will serve the exhibitors and that will serve the organizers and the general public.
Right. So now, Mr. Fahad, as you just mentioned about having more than 90 events so far there, tell us a little bit more about the events and the activities which are held over there, the conferences or the exhibitions, and what are the events on your yearly calendar which are the most sought after?
Well, we do have, in RISEC, we have hosted trade shows, conferences, conventions, functions, workshops, and we do have on our website our yearly calendar in terms of these shows. Of course, most of these shows, after they have been licensed, some of them either go through or some of them do not, depending on the global transaction which they're involved into, the various sectors, and the timing. So basically, through our website, there is the, as we call it, the itinerary for the yearly planning on the shows.
Right. Now, with this, we're going to be moving on towards Riyadh, as the very hub of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, has marked achievements in all the various fields, be it about having the largest airport. We also have the privilege of having the largest female university. So Riyadh is definitely the pioneer of a lot of things, when it not only in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but in the entire region, not to forget globally as well. So talk to us about the position of the Riyadh International Center globally, as to where do you think it stands amongst the others?
Well, there are two essential factors usually that determine this. Number one would be the strength of the country's economy. Of course, being blessed in Saudi Arabia, there's a report issued by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, which identified the kingdom as one of the 10 most prominent countries in the world in attracting direct foreign investment. So that's one factor. The other factor would be the center itself, the strategic alliances, interacting with the captains of the industry, and most importantly, keeping the dialogue flow.
Nahada, as we move on, I mean, like talking so much about the Riyadh International Center for Conferences and Exhibitions, we've been talking about the Riyadh International Book Fair in today's edition of the program as well, which is an event which is very, very well hosted by the city of Riyadh, and so many of the people look so very much forward to this particular event as well. Now, focusing more on the Riyadh International Center for Conferences and Exhibitions, tell us a little bit, Mr. Fahad, as to how it is that the center is doing now. Did it come up to the level of the requirements which were actually associated with it? And how do you get to see it supporting more of the Saudi business sector and the Saudi business community?
Okay. First of all, RISEC has the main building and the support building. The main building offers an area of 15,000 square meters, which are divided to 4 segregated halls, which allows RISEC to have more than one function at a time simultaneously. Also, we do have in the support building, we have a convention or a center or an auditorium spread across 3 stories high, with an occupancy of 1,200 seats. Also, there are 6 side lecture, workshop, or meeting halls ranging between 50 to 96 square meters. We also have a VIP lounge, which is 1,600 meters, those who need this kind of facility. We have a 2-story high restaurant. We have an informations desk, we have a media center, we have an admin office, we have an exhibitor's office, we have an organizer's office, we have a registrations office. These are in terms of the facilities. Also, we offer services in terms of parking management, waste management, storage facilities, catering, first aid unit, and loading and unloading, and telecommunications.
Wow.
I know that this path, what we're seeking, is a long path in order to achieve what the chamber and the businessmen actually require of us. But we do have the right tools, we do have the right means, we're willing, we're aggressive, we're able, and we can only pray for the best.
Most definitely. Now, with all of that said, those are a number of massive departments, which takes not only a lot of thinking, but organizing as well. So we really have to give it up to this very conference center for being able to equip itself, and in the run, equipping the very country by the very global level of a conference center. And me personally being there, I would say it's a very tiring experience because it is a massive location.
Yes.
And if you really want to be looking at the entire exhibition, which is taking place at a time, even though it is only in one hall, you really get tired by the time you're getting to your car, because it truly is an amazing exercising experience, I would say. So it is another great motivation for all of you to be going there whenever there is an exhibition, because you are going to be working every single muscle of your body once you are there. But talking to you a little bit more about the convention center, sir, we see that it's already well equipped, whether we are talking about from the time you get your parking in the parking lot all the way till you're inside, be it the water supply, be it the food intake, just about anything and everything is present within the premises. But I would ask you yet another question as to what more do you think the convention center could be having in order to be really becoming one of the best in the world?
Well, as I stated earlier, we have a newcomer, which is the hotel joining our family, and we always do have strategic talks with our counterparts and the captain industries. So other than the hotel right now, we're just kind of waiting for its presence to show up. And definitely we're always in contact with the industry. We're always keeping up. We're always proud as being a beacon and a gateway for importing new innovative ideas, new business opportunities, marketing ideas, and we just hope for the best, actually.
Indeed, and you just really put the focus right, Mr. Fahad, as you mentioned, marketing. This is really the era of marketing. We get to see that the marketing industry has also had a major boom. We get to see nowadays that some of the great events could really not do so well at the hands of marketing, which could actually even lead to the failure of the event or whatever is the function which is being organized, given if it's not properly marketed. So how important do you think it is for the Riyadh International Exhibitions and Conferences Center to market itself more, let's say, before the events would start, to be starting smart marketing campaigns to actually reach to every household in the city?
Well, actually, through our management, we're on constant contact with the organizers, and we do have, we would like to brag and say we have a solid, strong relationship with the media. Of course, having that and hosting any event by default, a little bit of media and a little bit of marketing would be shedded on these kind of events, and these do not hurt. We do have that in mind. We do have aggressive media and marketing plans. In order for those who cannot help themselves, we think we owe it to them to stoop in and to make sure that all aspects are covered, because whatever we host is our baby, and we make sure that it has to succeed, or otherwise we consider this to be a non-success on our part too.
Indeed. And very briefly, Mr. Fahad, before bringing a halt to this discussion, I would like to ask you, in the light of the Riyadh International Book Fair coming up, inshallah, this week, how do you see the marketing and the whole promotions for the Riyadh International Book Fair, as it happens with so much hype every year?
Actually, the book fair itself is a show that markets itself. A lot of people actually in the past has identified RISIC with the book fair show. I would like to commend all those people on top of the book fair. I would like to compliment people on the RISIC's part, but I am very confident that especially the book fair itself is an example of excellence and how really events should be catered.
Indeed, and with this we wish that the Riyadh International Book Fair for this year, which is going to be taking place at the Riyadh International Center for Conferences and Exhibition, is going to be a mega successful event, and that it's going to be bringing a lot of the book publishing and book reading enthusiasts together.
Most definitely, and well, really very much looking forward to it. And if you are among those who are, well, unfortunately not in the city of Riyadh, you can be watching the television broadcast that Saudi TV Channel 2 is going to be bringing to you with regards to our minister. Of course, the Minister of Culture and Information is extremely active on the grounds of the Riyadh Book Fair, and in courtesy to all of that, we feel that it is an event which really needs to be covered by all sides and corners. However, with this, we would really like to be thanking our guest who has been enlightening us about the very book fair and the very exhibition center as well. Mr. Fahad, thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Fahad Al-Adil is actually the External Relations and Marketing Advisor at the Riyadh International Convention and Exhibition Center. And with this, we're going to be moving on towards yet another break in the program, after which we're going to be coming back joining you shortly, so do not go anywhere, stay tuned.
Situated in the middle of the desert, under the heart of the world, this angle come through lies of the crossroads of civilization and heritage. Its significant political and economic role is increasingly effective at the Gulf Arab at international levels. Riyadh, the capital of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, at the seat of governance, is the home of the Arab world's largest markets and the region's biggest stock exchange. The economic activities yield by the 100 billion annually. Riyadh International Convention and Exhibition Center is established according to a professional and occupational criteria. Seems to be a leader guide in the area, the exhibitions and conferences are considered one of the most means of development into a trading at increasing the opportunities of products and services definitions. 189,000 square meters in area, centralized at the junction of King Abdullah Road and the Airport Road, the city's most important through lanes. It is equipped with 4 halls, with indoor pillar-free space of over 15,000 square meters, within the total facility of 35,000 square meters. That enables exhibitor to select more than one option in addition to that when it is designed. The high attitudes is considered to suit the needs of the organizers. Besides external display spaces, extremely about 70,000 meters squared, in addition to all of 1,600 meters squared for VIP visitors, including a reception hall, meeting and special meetings halls. The service is not included in the display halls, but also establishing a centre for conferences, with meeting halls assist in rendering services and ideas of the beneficiary cooperation during holding of the conferences, workshops and other different aspects. The conference centre, equipped with video and audio technology and with lighting technology, with the capacity of 1,200 people, in addition to a media centre provided with a service enable the beneficiary in distinctive media service. The centre provides several support services to participate in the success of different events. Distributing into a group of facilities enables organisers to affirm their works and assisting exhibitors in achieving their needs and requirements. Furthermore, there are excellent restaurants and coffee shops with high-quality service. The centre is also surrounded with a car park with the capacity of 1,500 cars. Choose to opening the centre in Riyadh City. The official licence request for exhibitions and activities are increased due to opening the centre in Riyadh City. Also, there were a good presence from the public. As a result, and for rendering good service in the future, the exhibition management aimed to increase the number of halls, 12,000 metres squared. In addition to that, there will be a well-established hotel provided with the complete facility for visitors.
Known here in the city